They're on one that streets. I don't know which one. It's confusing on this Dearly road course, but they will be doing a pass through. They are on the backstretch currently.
Okay, well, we are live. So that's a good thing. Here they go with the pass through on the first time. Alex, your pole sitter, is going to lead them through the pass through.
Great Rock.
As we are going green this time by your pole sitter. Alex had a very good lap, over 0.8 faster than the others. I'm very excited to see what he can do here today.
Already spinning out a little bit in the back here, but they are good now. Didn't have too much corruption with them. So far, clean pace around the track, which is very good, surprisingly. Not too
Pacing
fast.
on this road course, on this road course hasn't been so horrible so far. Is the pace car getting his advantage ahead? Alex, for the first time, as we go green. We go green at the British Grand Prix for the first time in the RSCRA. As they're all dive bombing into turn one. Terry gets dive bomb. Alex gets dive bomb. Halo out of it, your number 4th person.
Yeah, half of them are dead. That has to be a caution, but it won't be because obviously that's going to happen a lot. On a normal track, that would be a caution, but this is a road course.
Oh, they send it. 19 car gets involved.
Maybe a lot of warnings today, maybe not. Who knows?
19 gives the bumper to the 66, which causes them to all spiral back there. Dog, not doing so well.
Things calming down a little bit for everybody coming into a turn. Bumping walls and people getting rear-ended and spun out. This is a crazy start.
Ah, you couldn't have started better. Crazy start. Look at this, though. Terry has passed Alex for the lead of the race.
Some people going into speed traps while going too fast, which is not good for them. 2 or so packs. The 2 getting a verbal. Surprising, not many verbals have been given out already, but the 2 has gotten the first one. .47 of Dog passing Phil. Possibly.
Chris has gotten in the 3rd. Oh, Alex makes a brutal error! Oh, as the 21 car is going to pass him. Alex, brutal error through the S's. Makes him fall and lose a lot of time.
You never want to make an error here at this road course. You never want to make an error at any road course while in the lead. People spinning out here in the back, screwing up here. Wow. Things have calmed down very slightly, but that's because people are spreading out more. Oh, the 88 and 56 get clumped up together on one turn, causing them to lose a lot of time. Phil catching up to them. 28 of Cambuk gets another for his first verbal, second verbal of the race.
Here comes Xander. Oh! Whoa, one car in the wall. The 28. Xander on the inside. Is he going to be able to make the pass? No, yes, he will. 28 as he checked up the entire backfield. This is, they're getting more spread out. Less wrecks are happening. But I've got to say, so far, it's been pretty disappointing on what's been happening so far. Oh, big Xander stopped in front of the middle of the track. Coming onto the front stretch.
Harry with a nice lead right now at this London Grand Prix or Street Circuit, whatever you want to call it. Alex falling in second. Or first. I do not know right now. Whichever one is. Yeah, Chris is in second, then Alex is in third right now. Terry's still in the lead with a nice 4-second lead. Probably more now while going into these harder turns.
Chris with a bad error. Alex is going to pass him.
Hambuck screws up, causing the 56 to go into him, but now they are together side by side on this road course too wide. Which is not too bad, but it's a road course, so you never know. Hambuck screwing up again.
Chris is really trying to get... Oh, well, Chris, he's really trying to get back his second place spot here from Alex. As, let's see if we see a bump and run coming into one. Oh, no, he tries going on the outside. Can't do that on a road course. Can't do that.
No, never a good idea.
Ooh, Chris gets loose out of the S's. Fast corner for Alex there. Hits the wall, though. Phil! Straight into the wall. Brutal error. He's going to lose multiple seconds. Well, maybe a second from that. Maybe 2.
Yeah, you never want to lose that much time here. Cambuck screwing up, losing even more time. Allowing Kate up.
Dog is in 7th place right now, I'm pretty sure. 5th or 6th. Or 7th. Not 5th, but 6th or 7th. And he's wow, I'm actually impressed. He started dead last, I'm pretty sure. Or was one of the last. And now he's managed to make his way up through the field. Oh, Sharky locks up the brakes. Doesn't brake in time.
Yeah.
Sharky way off his line. Dog trying to catch him. Chris here trying to catch Alex back, but he's had no sign of luck so far. Alex being very quick today. Just an unfortunate event that happened that costed him lots of time. But Terry pulling away every single lap. He is considered a great road course driver. And he's really showing it today. After he wins Coda.
Down here with Plasma screws up, allowing Dog to get right next to him. now has a clump of 4 drivers while Plasma is pulling away. Plasma messes up
Very now.
again.
There's a group of 4 cars though. Plasma, Dog, and Sharky. Phil he's gonna have the inside on Sharky. Phil's gonna pass Sharky. And he's also gonna pass Dog. What a move from Phil.
There's gaining on Alex right now. Chris getting super close to Alex, trying to hit him, but fails the first try.
Phil, overran the corner. And big collision in the S's. Massive collision.
I'm surprised there hasn't been a caution yet, but Chris is gaining on Alex right now.
Oh, Lucas almost jackknifes K-Dub. Bill is now pulling away from Dog and Sharky, trying to set his sights on Plasma. Bill has had really good corners. I think he could do it. Halo, though. Halo trying to catch Chris. Chris is slow. Halo puts the bumper to Chris. Halo now right behind Chris. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a bump and run here. He bumps him, but he doesn't get him quite enough out of the way. Chris still has the advantage. Coming into the corner. He goes on the outside. Is he going to be able to make it stick? No, Chris. He keeps Halo in the wall. Chris puts Halo in the wall. Whoa. Halo has to not be happy about that. As we see here, Halo really trying to get back in P3. Well, trying to get in P3. And maybe even take P2 for the stage. But he can't go for the inside there. Smart back out by Halo. He would have just absolutely driven through Chris. But Halo, I've noticed, he likes to carry speed through the corners, which is what you need on a road course. But
yeah,
I'm really seeing here he's closing his gap with Chris here. Oh, he runs it a little wide.
Yeah, he wants as much speed as he can get without going too wide right now to get that P3.
Yeah. And he shoves the bumper to Chris. Halo's telling Chris, get out of the way. He's gonna send it. Oh, but he makes it stick and he gains a lot of time out of it. But he's gonna lose his time on the exit. As he's really trying to keep speed through the corners. As he does right there. He has Chris in his sight. This is interesting. Oh, it's Chris. He overruns it. Chris is going to hit the wall. And that's going to allow Halo to sneak through to P3. As now he has to set his sights on Alex. Alex being pretty consistent throughout this race. He started on pole, fell back to P2 because of Terry's consistency and pace. Oh, Halo slams the wall.
Sharky gaining on Dog and then passes him, but then Dog puts him in the wall.
Did that freeze for you guys?
What freeze?
Did it freeze for you guys?
No, it didn't.
Oh, that's weird.
Dog trying to keep his position from Sharky, but Sharky is gaining on him every turn that Dog messes up.
The closest car to Terry is 21 seconds away. How? He has really good pace, I have to say.
Oh, and Dog screws Sharky up, screwing himself up at the same time.
Oh, here comes Dog, nearing closer and closer to Sharky as they're now within 5 car lengths. Now 2. Oh, Dog sent Sharky. Dog sent Sharky out of the way.
White flag.
Dog just completely said, "Get out of my way, Sharky," as he just sent him. Oh, wow. So now they're going to take the white flag. Coming soon. Dog and Sharky battling hard.
Halo overtakes Chris.
I mean, Alex?
Yeah, Alex. Sorry, I'm getting them two mixed up because, yeah, and then Yahoo mixes me up for some reason. But yeah, Halo gets second.
Well, it's not over yet. He can make a brutal error like Chris did that allowed Halo to sneak past him for P3.
You never know at this track.
Oh, here comes lap traffic.
It's who getting a 1 out of 3 first full warning of the race. Looks like Halo.
Dog makes a brutal error, and Dog is going to get passed by Sharky. Okay, Dub and Halo are in it.
The 88 is a lap down.
The lap cars are wrecking the leaders, and Terry is going to win stage 1 for the London Grand Prix. Here onto the front stretch, Halo's going to claim P2 in the London Grand Prix. Yeah. And so is Alex going to claim P3.
That was a very interesting race there. Well, I mean, stage. But again, this is a new restart. Everybody has a chance, and the restarts are always crazy, as what I've seen.
Lap traffic now. They are second in the line, and Lucas, lap traffic are second and third in the line, but they're not actually second and third. Halo's in second, but they have to stay aligned in that line. So, but Dog completely shoved Sharky out of the way. Oh, Halo deletes his... No, not Halo. Lucas deletes his car. Whoa. Wonder why he did that.
Yeah, he may pit it, but hey, maybe he just wants to fall to the back, which would be very weird, but you never know.
Yeah, you never know strategies here in the RSCRA. They can be pretty unique.
I mean, if he respawns his car, it won't be allowed, so he will probably get a warning for it.
But he will have to go. He will have to go to the back. I think. Sorry if you can hear my chair. I'm just peeling the cheese off of my cheeseburgers. Well, some of it.
It's good. It's good. Great. Wonder if pits will open. I mean, they should open, but I don't think they've been opened yet. I'm not sure.
Your pace car driver for today, Coily, qualified for D3 Las Vegas, not Atlanta, not Las Vegas, Atlanta, but actually didn't show up to the actual race. We have not seen a single race from Coily in this league yet, and I actually want to see what this person can do. I wondered if he's talented or what.
You never know. Pits should open, but I haven't seen anybody pit yet. But pits are open. Yep, pits open. I'll watch them, see who goes to pits. Starting off with Terry, Halo, Alex, and Chris, and Plasma, and Phil entering pits first. Then Sharky, and then Dog entering. All of them having good pit stops, not missing their pits. But then Xander also pits. Good stop.
We have a pace car driver swap.
Yes,
I've never seen that.
Sometimes
we just had a pace car driver swap.
Sometimes your pace car driver just has too much lag. Sometimes just can't do it.
Oh no, he has to go to dinner. Well, it's a virtual safety car at the moment.
We have had a race that's had a virtual safety car before on an oval.
Dog just killed Sharky in the back. Whoa!
Yeah, we've never had a virtual pace
car. And we are gonna have a virtual pace car.
Yeah, we've never had a virtual safety car here, but at oval, and one oval we have. Tatum not pitting. Cambug is also choosing not to pit.
Terry being the dominant car for this race. We've heard about that before. So far, he has rounded out the stages with 20-plus second gaps. So that is insane.
Yeah, but you never know at this restart. Because road course restarts
we are getting official confirmation with the virtual safety car that we will go green next time by.
Some of these drivers may regret not pitting if they didn't, but maybe they're just stretching it out.
I would assume they could probably pit this time, but maybe not. Because they haven't officially put up pits closed sign.
They have not.
Green this time. Not green this time. Green next time by, they said.
See if anybody pits.
If anybody jumps, I hope they know they're not the smartest in the head.
Yeah, no, you do not want to
All right,
jump.
nobody jumped. Nobody jumped.
Great. Coming up to green this time.
This is the first ever virtual safety car I have ever seen.
Yeah, there's only been one other from an oval track, but that's because that the official.
Oh, what happened? Superstar has left the building. As now, Terry, very dominant. Nothing else I need to say. Yeah, what happened, Superstar? What happened?
I'll tell you in chat.
Hey, difficulties for Superstar, we apologize. Alright. As Terry coming into the corner. Dominant car. Here we go. Terry's gonna lead us to the green for stage 2. Green flag at the London Grand Prix. Alex with a really good restart, but he has to fall back because of the jump. They're all circling into turn 1. Terry gets turned into the wall as Halo's going to take the lead. Into the S's they go. Plasma forcing Chris down, but here comes Terry to make it 3 wide. Halo with a really good corner. Terry not so good. Falls back. 3 wide behind. Alex on the outside. And Chris, he makes contact with Alex and sends him more to the outside. His Plasma's going to make himself known. Alex gives Chris the bumper. Chris gets jackknifed with Alex. Oh, they lose a lot of time and positions. Now Terry, he's planning his way back into the lead, but Xander. Oh, whoa, what happened there? Maybe a brake failure? I do not know. Terry running the course really consistently now. He wants to get back in his lead. Terry, Phil, side by side. 3 wide behind. They're wrecking back there. Sharky and Dog, they're not happy with each other this race. I think we need to get the cameras on that. Dog was just slamming Sharky's door. But Sharky's gonna get loose. Terry now working his way back up. He's now into P3. No, he's not. He is back in P4. He's making his way back up as Alex now is trying to search his way into the top 3. Alex, they both go wide. Terry, he comes down on Alex. Did not see him there. Wow. And Terry, he runs through smoothly. Phil hits his rear corner panel. Now Terry has to get back up to the pace. Phil looking his way inside of Alex. Not quite there. Dog is now found his way into the top 8. Alex now. Very good corner from him. hits the inside. Here comes Chris. Chris is gonna train with Dog past Phil. Now Chris going through the S's now. His Dog follows behind Phil. Sharky now, just getting past there. Terry has caught up to Plasma, and he had a really good corner right there. This is his chance to set a very good lap to catch Plasma. Oh, and he messes it up. Oh no, Terry with a bad error. Here comes Alex. Alex with a really good corner. Plasma is there. Not there, but I don't know what I'm saying. But he is there in front of Terry. Terry closing the gap. Alex finding a way to get them once they start battling. It's bound to happen as Halo pulling away from this lead. Plasma now still holding his ground as Alex has caught up to Terry. Chris, he hits the pit wall. Chris hits the pit wall. Oh no. Chris hit the pit wall. What a tragic turn of events for Chris. Wow. As Plasma, Alex, and Terry, they're in a 3-car battle. Terry tries going past. They're all three gonna crash into the S's. But Alex is gonna be able to capitalize and take it as the caution will come out. Oh, wow, the caution comes out after all three of them wreck into the S's. Halo did not want to see that. That may be a stage end. Stage may end under caution. I think that stands for virtual pace. I don't know what it stands for though. So they're now all caught up. Stage may end. Oh, never mind. They want to go for a green-white checkered. This is going to be turning really interesting. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Can someone steal the stage? Halo, I'm calling you right now. He will get sent off into turn 1. It's happened to every single leader this race, and they've always gotten a bad restart. But who knows? Maybe he will surpass that. They're pacing now. Halo. Very dominant in stage 2. Terry. Every single 4th place car, I swear, I've seen them get a great restart after everyone gets sent. Can Terry win stage 2? Can he win stage 2? They're all bunching up. Sharky side by Dog, not happy as we're about to go green. Halo leading them to it with the green-white checkered. Green flag from the London Grand Prix. This time in the RSCRA for the first ever time. Alex, he sends them all. Terry gets it. No! Chris takes the lead. Horrible send by Alex as Terry is on the bumper of Chris. We are going to have to see. Chris overruns it. But he's still going to maintain the lead. He's going to have to defend here. They're all scrambling in the back. Phil trying to capture a top three. Sharky sends it off. Terry on the inside of Chris. But Chris has the advantage going into the next corner. Chris has the advantage right here. Terry does not. Chris is going to gain a lot of time out of that. But Terry's going to come back. Very well defending here from Chris. He's really going to have to send it in here. He's going to have to put the bumper to him. Unless, if Chris makes a mistake, he makes a big error. He still has the advantage into the next corner, though. Terry has the advantage now. Very intense battle so far, as Chris is going to try to hold his lead. Coming into the final corner, Chris ultimately will have the advantage. No, Chris, no, it's Terry is going to win Stage 2 of the London Grand Prix. As Chris does not get the corner he wanted and is not able to secure it. It's Terry. He has a chance to sweep this race now. It's our open this time. We are going to have some pitters here. I just know it. And this, I wonder, will this be the last time they pit? Or will they have to pit during the green flag? So we will see. Right here. Let's see who gets the better pit stop. Who has the better strategy? Chris leads Terry into it. Well, Terry leads Chris into it. As Chris, he gets down in his pit stall. Nice and quick, so does Terry. But Chris makes a little bit more of an error than Terry. Chris trying to get out. So is Terry. Oh, Terry with a quicker pit stop. Wow. His team is quick today. Sharky now into P3. With his strategy now goes into P3 as we have another virtual pace car to lead the field. Green this time by as we're about to come into stage 3. we've just seen so far. Whoever leads, it's a runaway train. Let's see if that's a factor. Terry, he did get caught up in a big incident after he won stage 1, but he did manage to come back. Yeah, the server is having some major lag. I have been noticing major lag. The server has just been completely stopping. I wonder if there's a lag virus in here. If this is a model that is like that. I know there are some models on Roblox that do like to do that. Like to put viruses in their games to make others lag. So this may be the case. But it may just be very bad server lag. As we are actually on a red flag right now, because we are going to go to a server restart. They're all playing in the fountain. I want to join. Aw. As they shut down the server. And we will be back for some London Street Circuit, some racing. We will be back after the red flag. Our streamer is having technical difficulties joining. Roblox must just be having a big fat dump right now. I don't know what's going on with Roblox at the moment, but it's been in and out, freezing, not allowing our streamer to join. This is really weird. Streamer is having technical difficulties. Roblox is dying. This is good, as Roblox is dying for our streamer. It just wants to take a big dump. So, after they had to red flag it, we are back, but our streamer is unable to join at the moment.
Right. Well, I am back from doing my second job, I guess you could say.
What were you doing?
Officiating,
Oh,
which is quite weird, but who cares? was quite fun while it lasted. Alright, this is the last stage, correct?
Yes.
Alright. Got how much I missed officiating.
Bloxer is able to come in, which is our streamer. All right, as we're he's not going to have any spectate, but he will use the watch command. He doesn't use the spectate menu, so that is completely okay.
Yeah. Alright, well,
As we're going to go green for stage 3. Multiple cars already making contact on the pace lap. They announced 1 to go this time by.
Plasma just dropped back 2 positions during pace. I don't know why or how, but he did. Unless he was supposed to be there, but who knows. I wasn't paying attention. All I did was take a screenshot of the times.
As here we go. Here comes Terry to lead him to the stage 3, whatever, green flag. Out for stage 3. Alex with a really good restart. Into turn 1 they go. No sends this time, but Phil gets turned around in the corner 1. Jackknifed.
Yeah. I mean, a jackknife here should be a warning, but hey, I guess they just didn't either see it, but hey, who knows. And as I said, restarts are always crazy here.
Yeah, it is. As Alex makes a jump for the inside. He's really trying to win this race. He wants to take it away from our road course stage 1 and 2 winner today for the London Grand Prix. As, oh, Chris, he just absolutely rocks Terry into the corner. And that has allowed Alex to get ahead a lot more.
Another person with verbal, I believe 28, I'm not sure. Somebody with double numbers. Chris, actually, with a verbal.
Yes, after he completely sent Terry into the corner. Not a good look.
You never want any type of warning here.
Yes.
At race. 8 getting a 1 out of 3.
Alex takes that corner beautifully. Terry, he's always had the speed onto the straight this race so far, so let's see if he can keep it up. He gains Alex coming into turn 1.
A lot of people bumping walls in the back.
Apparently Terry and Chris are a lap down. I don't believe that.
They're not.
Yes.
Here,
Bill is 21 laps down. There we go.
Okay, yeah, I was about to ask about that.
And Terry not able to catch Alex so far, as we have about 13 to go here in the London Grand Prix. Well, 14 to go
Terry
in the London Grand Prix. As Terry gaining on Alex into the corner. Alex runs it wide. Terry has the advantage. He kicks it loose. Terry not able to get side by side with him in order to cut that down on the low side.
Very nice battle with Alex and Terry right now, and let's see if Terry can sweep away the entire race.
Well, it'd be very shocking if he could, but Alex not willing to give up. It's been like that. He was dominant stage 2, but he got ultimately, well, yeah, he was pretty dominant in stage 2, but ultimately his stage got ended by a horrible send.
Yeah.
So.
Never want to see that while driving.
And Terry, he's late on the brakes. He bumps Alex. The bump and run. Terry bumps Alex with the bump and run, and it backfires as Terry now loses time with that bump and run.
29 getting a verbal.
Oh, and Alex, he's going to overrun the corner. Terry's going to have more speed out. Terry has more speed, but he hit the wall, so he loses time on Alex. It's Terry now trying to catch up to Alex and fight for the lead.
Terry's still falling back on Alex, but he will probably gain. And he gains on Alex really nicely there. Had a slight contact there with Alex, but it is what it is sometimes.
There we go, as Terry is trying to catch him. No sign of luck yet.
Terry tries to do something to pass Alex. It never works out and it ends up backfiring a lot of time. But
yeah, you can't do too much on this London street circuit, or for example, the corner Alex about to enter. If you send it here, you're risking your own corner being horrible just to get him uneasy.
yeah, Terry really wants to win that third stage like he won the others, but sometimes it just doesn't happen like you want it to.
Well, he's already won both stages. Let's see if he can win stage 3. He's already in a really good position, not letting Alex take that lead for long as he's gaining. I've noticed he is very fast through sector 3. Through sector 3, he is the fastest I have seen out of anybody in this road course.
Terry is not giving up on Alex. He wants first and he wants to win this.
Very fast through sector 3. That's one thing I've noticed, and he's gaining every single lap because of that sector 3.
If he can get down sector 1 and sector 2, he can get past Alex like it's nothing. He can get past the field like it's nothing with those conkers too.
Well, when you're racing, I think we all know it better than others. When you're racing, you're not really focused on finding a line still. You're just focused on driving. You're just focused on how can I pass the guy in front of me? How can I get to the front? That's what you're focused on. And Terry and Alex, they're not really trying to experiment. They're just trying to drive. As Terry, he sends Alex. He gets him uneasy. As Terry is going to bump Alex again.
Terry's slowing down.
Whoa.
It's not the best there. Try to overtake. It didn't work out for him.
There, Alex runs it wide. Terry, big error. Big error on that number 3 car. Oh, no. He's going to lose a lot of time from that.
Yeah. He loses some time, but he can maybe gain it up again. With how many laps there are left and how big this track is, he has enough time.
Well, I've got to say, when Terry makes an error, it's big. He doesn't often make errors, but whenever he makes an error, it's usually big.
They really add up a lot of times.
Yeah. It can really cost you a win on a road course. Is Alex late braking, but he's able to make it stick through.
Looks like Terry's gaining a little bit of time there. 28, 1 out of 2. He used to have a verbal, but now it's changed to a 1 out of 2.
And Alex, oh, he hits the wall. So does Terry. Terry and Alex neck and neck, both fast.
Terry trying hard.
As we have 10 to go with the British Grand Prix for the first ever time in the RSCRA.
Terry getting an amazing turn there, gaining on Alex a lot.
Yes, Terry gains a lot in Sector 3. Like I said, I don't think this is quite Sector 3 yet, but he's really strong through this corner. Very consistent through this corner. Look at that. Lots of time gained, and he's going to have a big run here. Look at that. Beautiful Sector 3.
Yeah, he can't do it better, honestly.
Alex with a really good release. Also Terry too. I've noticed something. In that final corner, just don't hit the curbs. Because if you hit the
Yeah,
curbs, then you're losing your speed. And that's Alex just didn't hit the curb there, and he had lots of speed. So
yeah. Terry may gain back up.
he will. I'm telling you right now, this is gonna be a battle for the win.
Beautiful last stage here with a nice fight going on.
Oh, Terry, not gonna put the bumper to his teammate just yet. I think if Alex lets Terry pass, then Terry's gonna run away with this lead.
He definitely will. Unless he
So
makes a mistake.
Alex's goal is to try and outpace him and defend at the same time.
Unless Terry makes a mistake and he's in the lead,
We have
then
lap
it will go.
traffic. Lap traffic in the way. And Xander is the lap traffic.
Looks like he will get a blue flag pretty soon because how fast these two drivers are going.
Yeah, very slow through that corner.
No drivers behind these two drivers in sight.
Alex has figured it out. You're very fast if you don't hit that curbing.
Yeah. Blue flag given out to Xander, but he does not get a warning for it because he's an
Alex!
actual good man.
Sorry, beautiful corner from that 8 car of Alex. Ooh, here comes Terry. I wouldn't be surprised if Terry puts the bump and run here.
Yeah, Terry doing a very nice job right now.
Well, no, he's being patient actually, and that's good right there. He's being patient, and he's gonna attack when he needs to.
You never want to push too hard at a road course ever.
Yeah, these are both RCR cars, so they're not gonna be extremely aggressive to each other. They're both teammates. They respect each other.
Yeah, Terry messes up on that last corner, so Alex gets
Yeah.
a nice run.
But he's very fast through this corner right here. Very fast.
Yeah.
Oh, but he messes it up.
Goes wide just like Alex.
There, he's still trying to put on the chase, but might not be enough. But he was about that far back before when he caught up to Alex. So let's see if he can do it again. Alex hits the wall. So does Terry. Terry needs to get back in his mind.
Terry may be stressing about this coming to the end soon. Only 7 laps to go.
Well,
Again, big track, but still.
by how everything's going so far, RCR finishing 1-2 so far.
Yeah.
As now an RCR car has came in the top 3. Chris. We have RCR 1, 2, 3. RCR dominating the United Kingdom circuit that we have been racing on today. Really dominating.
Yeah, haven't seen a better road course yet.
Alex, way faster than Terry. I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't think it'll be. I don't think it will be enough if Alex keeps up what he's doing.
Terry trying hard, but it doesn't look like he's doing as good as he used to be right now.
These other cars, anyone out of the top 2, they are really hoping for a caution right now. They get a caution, they're immediately back in this race. But
yeah. Doesn't look like that will happen.
yes, it does not look like that. Everyone is all spread out. I don't see it happening. Beautiful S's there from Alex. Terry's really going to have to put on the motor here. That is not gonna help. That is not gonna help. Ooh.
Never like seeing that.
Alex runs it wide, breaks too much. That was Terry's chance to capitalize right there.
If he takes a 1 out of 2, Terry gained on Alex a lot there. And there is a blue flag for someone I don't see. Why is there a blue flag? I have no idea.
No idea why there's a blue flag either.
Okay, they changed that. And no, they did not. Is there like an invisible car? Whatever. Terry gaining on Alex quite a lot right now. Doing a great job again. 5 to go.
Alex really keeping up the pace, but Terry really closing it behind. Alex makes an error. Terry's immediately back in this race. It's Terry.
Side by side.
Terry crosses it over, not enough. But Terry is back in this race, as now we are in a timed mode. Now back into our race mode. Coyle, just our official, just.
Boy, I think they're messing with it.
Yeah, they're gonna have to have a talk after this race.
Yeah. Alex probably gonna speak to them, but who cares? Terry's still gaining on Alex.
Yes, very much.
Alex
Very much. He's staying with him. He just has to have some good good corners. Yeah, he has the draft right here. Will he use it is the question. Terry, he sends it on the inside. Alex overruns it. Terry's going to be the new leader of the race.
Yeah, it looks like Alex is currently talking to the officials right now. Alex coming back to Terry. Alex has the lead.
Oh, Alex completely sends it on Terry there. The RCR cars, really, they both want to win.
Yeah, two
Terry
people
almost puts the bumper to Alex. Sharky's going to have to let the leaders by. Alex with a very bad corner. Here comes Terry into the mix again. As they're now single file coming into one of the toughest corners on the track.
Alex messes up, messing Terry up.
And Terry and Alex, both big errors. Oh no! They both almost spun out. Alex may have just won the race because of that. But don't count out Terry. Very quick.
Yeah,
very
Alex
quick car.
Messing Terry up.
Oh, look at Terry. Back into this already.
Coming down to 2 to go.
As Terry's going to have the momentum, but he lets off.
Terry may just give the race to Alex, but maybe not.
Oh, no. He doesn't want to give up yet, but I don't know. He doesn't want to give up yet.
Yeah, I feel like he has a bit more pace than this, but you never know what's going to happen with these two.
Terry close behind. He could give him the bumper here, but it's 2 to go. I do not see why he would do that. It is 2 to go here, but he's not gonna.
You don't want to mess up now.
He's just focused on staying with Alex.
Yeah, you don't want to mess up anymore right now.
Alex braking. Big error for Alex. Terry, big error. Oh, that is all it. That is it. That is all she wrote. Alex just needs to keep his cool. Alex just needs to keep his cool, and he's got this race.
Yeah.
Need to keep his cool.
Oh, in that turn. Going great right now. Gaining on Alex slightly. I don't think there's enough time, to be honest with you.
I personally, honestly, but what we've seen with Alex and Terry, Alex makes one big mistake, Terry comes right in, and he's in the race again. So
Yeah.
if Terry doesn't make any mistakes from now on, he is going to be just fine. White flag, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Here for the London Grand Prix. We are about to have our first ever race. We had our first ever race. Now we're about to have our first ever winner here in the RSCRA. Terry, not giving up. He wants this race. He wants to put himself in history for this track. He is not letting it go. Terry with some serious pace right now. He does not want to give up at this moment. Here comes Terry. Here comes Terry. He's back in it already.
Terry's trying to gain on Alex as fast as possible now. Coming up to the last corner pretty soon of the white flag.
Oh, what maneuverability from Terry.
Oh, but Terry hits the wall. They're not helping him.
Not helping him at all. But Alex is going to have to make a serious error right here.
But he does not. Not yet, at least.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, both drivers make a great turn there. Ain't going well for Terry. Both hit the wall. But Terry hits it more, not helping him either. Coming down to the last turn of the British Grand Prix.
And Alex out of the final corner. Alex will win the British Grand Prix. Our first ever winner in the RSCRA on the British Grand Prix. He has done it. He broke Terry's sweep and managed to steal the win here.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Terry there, but Terry just wasn't feeling it.
RCR finishes. RCR finishes 1, 2, 3 in a very conducting victory for the team and Alex.
Terry just didn't do good that last stage there. I mean, he did good for the beginning, but then towards the end, he messed up a lot.
As Alex does win the race.
A great last stage there with a very nice battle for first, but just didn't work out for Terry.
All three of the RCR cars now bumping each other. Oh, Alex turns into Terry, which causes Chris to turn him. Just comes out of nowhere and takes out Chris. Oh, man. Congratulations to Alex for winning this very first race in the RCRA. The British Grand Prix has been won by someone who really deserved it today. I told you. I felt Alex had it in him today. I said, you know, he's won. He won Kansas, but I think he's due for a road course win. Well.
Yeah, well, your pick was definitely right.
Definitely, I thought he was due for a road course win.
Yeah.
Very good today. As Alex is gonna burn down London. In a foreign country, he wins it.
Very great win for him.
Can't do free cam. That's sad.
Yeah, you have to do FOV me 10.
Oh, can you do that to me? FOV me, like FOV, like me 10? Because, like, I want to.
Did it work?
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Yep.
Yeah, it works. Oh, can you do it again? Thank you.
Drivers walking up to the podium with an amazing race.
Minding win today for all these drivers. All right, can I get my FOB reset? Yeah, I'll just reset. Don't worry about it.
Again, a great race.
Very beautiful. I really enjoyed that race. Very enjoyable.
Yeah, it really was. Truly was. The winners just cooling off in the cooldown room right now.
Okay, here we go. Finishing in the third position today, a hard battle race is Chris in the 21 car. Next, in the second position, is a number 3 Bass Pro Shops car up Terry. And finally, the winner today of the Grand Prix of London here is Alex. Hey, let's get some interviews today. Um, Here, let's talk to your race winner today here, Alex. Um, Alex, hello.
Um,
You had a solidly clean race here today. You ended up P1 there at the end. A good battle with Terry. You were always up front here in today's race with Terry. How do you feel like everything went down there at the end?
um, I think the first two stages were pretty not good for me. I made a lot of simple mistakes that probably cost me a lot of points. Um, which I mean, the win is nice, but like kind of after points. But yeah, feel kind of bad for what happened with Halo, but I we were both gonna make the corner before someone hit us, so I don't know what to say further on that. But other than that, I was decently happy with the racing. Um, yeah.
Got it.
I don't know how it was
Um,
in the back, but
yep.
yeah.
I think with this win, this is RCR's first ever. I think 1, 2, 3 in the series. How you feeling about your teammates also getting in on the action today as well?
I'm happy for them. Um, I thought there was definitely some of the Toyotas had some good pace, but I think the sad thing about this track is kind of turn one really determines where you're going to be for the rest of the race, and I guess a lot of people got caught up in that. So I think definitely some luck played out for us because turn one, you get lucky sometimes just getting out of there alive. So, but other than that, I'm pretty happy that they finished well.
Got it. And that's all my questions for you, Alex. If anyone else has questions, you may ask them now.
I got one. No, Chris, go ahead.
So Alex, with the first ever international race that you won, especially considering it a road course, I mean, does that put like a bigger name on you? Like, one, you won at a pretty hard road course, and two, I mean, the first ever international track to be raced at. So
Yeah,
I mean,
it
going down the history books in every way.
yeah, it was definitely kind of tricky. I did have a good battle with Terry at the end there, but I will say he was rather generous. He definitely could have easily won the race. So also a very big thank you to him for uh, not I don't know, for being as generous as he was. Kind of helped me get the win a bit there. So, but yeah, it's just nice to win. So yeah, have some crumpets, tea,
I got one. Alex, what was your kind of mindset going into this race, and then how did you like execute that plan?
I don't know. Once the field separated, it was really just about consistency. I mean, you lose so much time wall tapping, and I'm not gonna lie, the track is kind of tricky to run once the tires start wearing, and eventually, especially like getting loose now. I was getting kind of loose with the new tire wear in the fast corners, so I was just trying to stay consistent. Really, my main goal was to not die in turn one. And on that final restart, I want to explain something. Terry counted us down, which is why I got such a good jump. I didn't jump the start. Terry just counted us down because he was leading the start. So, but other than that, yeah, I'm just happy. Coil?
Yes. Is that any more questions for Alex? I think that is.
Yes.
Oh, no?
No, I have a question.
Okay.
So after Coda with Terry winning and here in London with a 1-2-3 finish, do you think RCR has been improving on the road courses?
I think Terry has definitely improved on road courses. He likes to say he's not very good at them. I don't know why. He clearly has improved. So that's good. So definitely no more thinking that a road course means an easy win. Halo is also really good at road courses. I kind of forgot the question, to be honest, but yeah. I hope that answers your question.
Got it. I think that's all the questions for Alex here. Let's talk to Terry next. Terry, you had a good race today. I felt like you kind of were up front all the time today. You lost it there at the end, but how do you feel about the team going 1-2-3 today?
That's pretty special. Pretty happy about that. Everyone kind of did their part, so it was a fun day. Made some mistakes, but it all turned out the way we wanted. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Got it. You feel like you had a really good car performance today. How do you feel about, or sorry, how did you feel about the car today? How it was performing?
Well, I really like the new tire wear kind of thing. It's pretty cool. I also like how it's kind of a little slidier, you know. So that was pretty cool.
Mm,
But yeah, it was pretty good actually. So I'm happy
got
with
got it. I think that's all the questions I have for you. If anyone else has any questions for Terry, go at it.
I have a question for Terry.
that. Thank you.
Do you feel coming out? This is the second road course this season that you have finished in the top three. So you definitely a stage win here, and I mean you place in the top 5 in both stages, I believe. So definitely, I think you're going to widen your championship lead for the regular season at least. Do you think? I think there was a conception about you that going to road courses you would be that would be a prime place to like fill up any points gap
Uh,
for drivers. Do you think you're going to be better off now on the road courses?
well, I feel like today, you kind of just got unlucky, to be honest. Same with Halo. I think if that was the case, it would have been a different outcome. But I don't know. I guess I misjudged like how hard it's gonna be. Like I feel like I would be slow like before the race starts, and then I guess I'm quicker than I thought. So I don't know. I I don't really like him, but I don't like road courses. But I
Yeah,
guess you know.
understandable. If anybody else has any questions for Terry? Okay. Moving on to Chris then, Coil.
Okay, Chris, you had a solid day today, kind of a laid back day, kind of on your own for at the end of the race. How do you feel like the car was, and you feel like you could have had more in the car? You felt like you just did a good job for yourself.
Um, it was definitely a good race for us in a 21 Renault Chevrolet Camaro. Fast car all day. Just lack of pace for me, unfortunately. Definitely felt like I did have a car capable of winning, but uh, all in me, all in me. No pace today for me, so just happy we got the points that we got. It's been a while since I've been on the podium, so happy I came today. Um, happy for my amigos to root me on at home. Yeah, just all out solid day for us here at London. Just happy get a lot of stage points and some good points in the end too. Which speaking of stage points, could have had a stage win today, but
Yep.
you know, I
Yeah.
don't know if yeah. Anyways, yeah, supposed to be a joke.
Yeah, I got one more question for you. This consistent result here, third place today. You feel like you could build on this and start to eat into other people's points gaps or that are ahead of you in the point standings moving forward into the back
Um,
half of
it
this
was
season.
we definitely earned a lot of points today. But going forward, I mean, I'm just trying hang in there with others. I mean, I assume I get a lot of points up on Phil this weekend, but in the end, I'm just trying to maintain consistency, which we haven't had much of these past couple of races. So let's celebrate this podium and hopefully uh keep building up off of this one and look towards the future. Hopefully getting a win sometime soon.
Got it. That's all the questions I have for you today. Anyone else have any questions for Chris?
Yes.
Okay.
So, Chris, after I'm not sure what you got in stage 1 and 2, but you surely were not up in the front much. How did you like get the pace to get P3?
Um, I mean, we had a good starting position. Uh, and I mean, it really did depend today. Track position where you're at. I mean, I do think a lot of drivers could agree with me on that as well. Um, and we battled with Plasma there for a little bit. Uh, but we were still able to fend him off. He made a mistake. I capitalized and just hung in there before anybody else could catch up to me. So just happy we could hang in there for a podium.
I think I'm going to take over on the interviews if you don't
Got
mind,
it.
Coil, from
That's
here.
totally fine.
Um, I don't know the finishing order. Well, you can
Uh,
send that to me. Well, you guys should know where you finished. The next three, could you just like I don't know, jump or, or
Wait,
something?
don't we get to spray champagne on each other?
That's kind of sus, man. Anyways,
Wait,
I'm gonna start with Halo. I think was fourth. Halo, you had a quick card today. I think you got really unlucky. Maybe 3 or 4 times there. I think you probably had the worst luck out of all of us. Um, do you think without without the incidents in the last 2 stages, you would have had a better shot at better points?
I don't know. Maybe if we didn't have Michael Massey, I would have had a shot at better points.
I don't know what that means,
Thank you.
unfortunately.
You speak about
Well, yes, like felt like both times. It's just racing in the RCRA. I don't know what to tell you. I ended up getting points because I don't know. I guess I just had a quicker car, but yeah.
Does anybody have any questions for Halo?
Michael Massey, 야주 예림디와
Okay.
Michael. Thank you.
Phil, you or was it? Can't understand what he's even saying, to be honest.
It was Plasma.
Plasma, can you
Yep.
you also maybe had a I don't really remember. I think you had a quick car today as well. Do you think what could have gone differently for your race today?
To be honest, I couldn't go any faster. I qualified fifth, finished fifth twice. I had a chance for podium, second stage, but it was an unfortunate event with me and Phil, but that's all fine.
That's understandable. Do you think going into obviously a street circuit, there's not a lot of room to pass and make places? Do you think going into places like Road America and Sonoma that you'll be maybe more up to the pace? Hopefully.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's a wider track and more open. I feel like today I wasn't very prepared. I was just in the moment. So yeah.
Right. Understandable. Does anybody have any questions for Plasma? No. Okay. Thank you, Plasma.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Sorry. Plasma. So, in the later stages of the race, you were passed there by Halo. It's a quick question. Was there team orders given there? No, no. Mm, Okay,
Oh,
that, that
did you
that's all I had.
did you just let him go because
Yeah.
you thought he had better pace, or?
No, I just ran wide.
Oh,
That's it.
fair enough.
All right. Thank you.
Um, Phil, not the best day for you, I assume. Not assume. I don't think you did have a good day. I know right now you're in the midst of a points battle for the third place in the championship, which is with Chris. How did you feel about your day today in general, and what could have gone better for you?
Man, today I wanted the race trying to be more conservative in terms of like, because I remember the last few races, a lot of themes were coming up between like RCR and JGR and team. Just I try to race everyone better overall, but in the end, I actually messed up my teammates. But I mean, I feel like I try to make amends and there's no grudges there. But overall, just it could have been better. I wasn't hitting my marks as well. Lag was an issue as well, and then I think we went from one extreme for too many cautions being called to not enough with officiating lately. At least one caution I think in stage three when there was a restart. I was literally sideways into turn one, and there was like 3 cars piled behind me, and there's nothing called. So, but um, moving on. This is a very tough and challenging track. God, RCR got a podium finish, so good job for you guys.
In your opinion, do you think we should stay away from the street circuits?
Uh, I think just the way these cars are, they're pretty good with like in terms of braking and handling. Like they act like a cup car would. They're not supposed to be real quick and fast. Like that's obviously that track's made for Formula. So I think more road courses that are like Glen or
Mhm. Like
I know there's
open
a
circuits, right?
yeah, or like, there's a Japan course I know you guys are working on, I think, or Toronto. One of those courses, the curves are like long and smooth, and it's just a lot easier, and it's wider too. So,
Right.
Yeah, I just think it was very challenging today, especially with the little hiccups that I don't think everything like everyone like getting sent, pushing in the wall or banging off the wall was not intentional.
Right. Do you think? I think if I'm not mistaken, the next track we're going to is the Gateway. Yes, it is Gateway. Do you think your pace there will be better? I know it's. I don't know. Would you say you enjoy short tracks? I
It's
know the
a
last time we were at Darlington, it's I don't. Is Darlington a short track? I think it's intermediate. Is it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so it's short enough. Do you
yeah
think your pace will be better at Gateway?
yeah I tend to naturally do better at intermediates and short tracks than road courses. I used to be good at road courses, but it's just been too long since I've. This is the first league I've in that has this many road courses, so but it's good. You know, it's flexing that muscle and helped me improve my skill set in that realm.
Yeah, the next the next this month has a lot. All the only road courses we'll see are in this month until Charlotte Roval. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna
buckled
be
in. Yeah.
yeah. Well, thank you for the interview. I hope you do better at. I know you'll do better at Gateway. Does anyone have any questions for Phil in regards to the race today? No. Okay. Haven't missed anyone. Sharky? I don't think I
Hello.
talked to you. Hello. Again, I don't have a finishing order yet, so I can't tell you where you finished. Do you
P10.
know P10? Oh, um, don't. I think you got lab. I'm not sure how your race went today. Would you say, obviously, probably not the best weekend for you to race. It was definitely tight on your schedule, I believe. I know
Yeah.
you were traveling or you had been away for a week, so it's not like you. I think you missed a lot of the practice as well, maybe if I'm correct.
Yeah, it's been a long day, and I was thinking about not doing this race because I am everything hurts, but I ended up doing it, and
Yeah. Well,
I
I
ended up
guess.
regretting it halfway through.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about you showing up today is I think you have done it. I think you maybe have done enough to keep your seventh place in the points, maybe even past Sky because he was unfortunately couldn't get a sub. So
Um, I think yeah, 'cause I think I got third in the stage two. I think.
yeah. How do you feel about entering now the second half of the season? The All-Star race has officially passed us. We don't have too much to go before we're into the playoffs. Maybe like a month or two of races, maybe three. I'm not sure. Maybe a month or two. Yeah, a month or two actually. Maybe a little less than 2 months of racing until we're into the playoffs. So, do you think leading up to that point, do you think now is when it's important to carry momentum towards the ending point of this season, or would you say you're would you say you care where you finish in the regular season, or are you just looking forwards to the playoffs?
Kind of both, cause I don't have the pressure of trying to make the playoffs, cause I'm locked in with the win at Dover. But it's still you need with momentum to get yourself going. Plus, I think playoff points you can still get those, or I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah,
But
playoff points. Yeah,
um, but it's just with momentum, and that's the big thing.
right. Um, yeah, definitely. Gonna be about carrying momentum into
Gateway season.
into Gateway. Yes, I know that you probably also have.
Very bad memories of Gateway.
Yeah, Gateway did not go well the first time we did it in this league, but we also had really bad cars that had lots of viruses in them and free models. So
Those things were horrid. I'll
um,
tell you that right
we're gonna
now.
have to see how it goes. My last question for you. There's been some changes to the way pit stops work and tire sets and tire wear. Obviously, it didn't really matter here because we did the math incredibly wrong. We gave like 10 sets of tires for some reason. We only needed like four, but going into Gateway, we definitely will be doing the math correctly. So, bearing in mind now that there is individual tire wear and tire sets, do you think there's potentially some room for you to make up based just strategy, and a strategy can definitely it could win you a race potentially. So do you think you're going to be looking into trying to really make calculations now? Maybe take that a little more seriously, see what if you can gain any points places just off of your strategy. I know strategy also helps you win your first race this season. So how are you feeling about that?
Yeah, I think everybody's going to be taking strategy more seriously, because now you can do lefts or rights. So on like
Yes.
ovals, that'll be pretty important. But I don't know. I think if you get it right, you could get you could get some solid points. But
Yeah.
you got to make a lot of calculations, stuff like that,
Yeah.
and
I know,
that's
like today, I gained track position was really important here.
yeah,
So on the final stop, I took left sides, I
yeah.
believe, and because for some reason my right sides were doing okay, and I kind of paid for it later on in the race, but it gained me those places. So or one place on Phil. It was only one place, but it was worth it in the end. But thank you for the interview. Um, I think that's it for the interviews. I'd like to also give Bloxer a very big thank you for the work he did over the weekend, testing and making the tire wear system and remaking the pit system. So if you ever get a chance, just say thank you to Bloxer. He does a lot of good things for us. And I'd like to thank all the drivers and the media team and the officials for coming today. And also, while you're at it, thank the logistics team. They also do a lot of good things. Just giving shout outs here. So, anyways, I don't know who's gonna close it out, but Chris, you gonna close it out?
Okay, totally. So, thank you to the media team. Thank you to Blocks here. Thank you to all the commentators today. This was the HSBC, which I was told mid-race is a bank. Uh,
I mean, it's not
yeah,
like you could see it on the like
Yeah,
thousands of billboards or anything.
it's plastered all
no,
around.
no,
Emirates.
no, I just genuinely did not know what it meant. Okay,
Well,
like,
Chris, you learn every day. So
anyways, so yeah, now we gotta put the cars back on the ships, head our way home. Cause wait, where are we going next?
Gateway.
Yeah, wait,
Worldwide.
going to the worldwide track. Anyways, so thank you to everyone who watched the stream today. It's greatly appreciated. Go ahead, tune in, join the Discord, do whatever you need to do. Tune in because we're back here tomorrow again for D2. Racing at
Hell,
I'm sorry.
hell, it's a super speedway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's
might
true.
as well don't tune in.
Don't
Yeah,
tune.
don't tune in. Never mind. Of course, we want you to tune in.
Super
If you
fast
wanna
drift.
if you just wanna watch a full on crash compilation to RSCRA, tune in tomorrow. This was RSCRA. Alex wins it here at London. First ever international race. RCR 123. Thank you so much for
I
tuning in.
wonder
And
why.
have a good night.
What are they?
Let's look at what's going on here.
Oh, the 99! Oh, they're spinning at the end here.
Look at just Sage and Dandar in the back.
Oh my god! Crashing!
Lose monetized.
Oh!